Today I will be teaching you guys how to make a small, simple, placeable that will work in Farming Simulator 22. If you want to learn how to make that, then stay tuned and watch the full video. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to EthanA videos, and I'm back with another video. If you're new here, I'm EthanA videos. Please, if you find this video helpful, you like it or anything like that, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and all that good junk. Leave a comment what you thought or anything you think that could improve the content. Just a little bit of a warning: if you don't like noise background, I'm sorry if you hear someone talking and stuff. My family's out there. So this is the first video I posted in a while because I've been painting and stuff of the room or wherever. But I do have an announcement. I am looking for a person or a couple people to join into my content creator role, or content creator recording crew, and so we can make some Farming Simulator 22 content. There are some requirements. You must have a PC because I use PC mods and PC mods don't work on console. I do use some Giants Mod Hub mods, but mainly they're PC mods only. You must have good internet, must be in my Discord server. So I'll have a link. I'll have all the information and stuff you need in a pinned comment down in the comments. My name on my Discord, all that junk. If you'd like to apply, I can only make content with my content creators from 12 p.m. to 3:30 or 3:57 Eastern time, because that's my time zone. So yeah. Anyways, that's my announcement, and yeah, let's get on with this video. I hope you enjoy it, find it helpful, and all that good junk. Let's go. Okay, so I ain't going with my webcam for the fourth time because I made a video of this already, and my big blonking head was in the way. I did make a video of it before, and I'm trying to figure out why I couldn't get the mod to load in. It wasn't my fault. If you can't get the mod to load in either, go to Documents, My Games, Farming Simulator 22, and scroll all the way down here. If you see a log.txt, open it up. Now, let's see, where is it? Should be, this is where, okay. It's not, wasn't warnings, but it was saying errors, and it was telling me errors like, forget exactly how it worded, but it said something like error, mod disk version unsupported or whatever. That apparently they changed it on me. So I did get one mod that was showing up, and let me go here. It was this time dash mod. So if you get a mod that's showing up, I recommend opening it up and open up the mod disk. If it says 60, that's probably why it's working. Yeah. Mine was 61. I think there were some that said 62, but I could be completely wrong. But anyway, so that's how I got the mod to show up. I changed it to 60. Anyway, that's enough with that. Let's get into the mod. So let's open up our mod thing. We're going to be completely recreating this, and hopefully this is the last time I have to recreate it and we can actually just get the video done. So there are some stuff you'll need. You'll need Giants Editor 9.0.1 or 9.0.2. I'm running the latest. You'll need WinRAR if you're going to be doing a lot of modding. Alright, so I think I said WinRAR. You'll need Notepad++, and Blender. Those are like the necessities. Blender, Notepad++, and Giants Editor. I recommend that you do have something for GIMP or something like GIMP. That's how I made the logo that I'm going to be putting in here. So yeah, if you want to do something like that, you don't have to, and I'll show you what I did for my first placeable mod for fs22 that I actually made 100% by scratch. But to save some time, I'm just going to be stealing some stuff from that mod. So I'm going to steal the images. I'm going to steal this, and the mod description. Now we're going to hit Control Copy. Now we're going to back out of here and go into this. I'm going to delete this one. And we're just going to call this tractor sign. So tractor sign. Alright, so we're going to open this up and Control V. I will have this mod uploaded on my Mega account, which will also be shared to my Discord and to my Facebook group. I will see if I can get it approved on my Modnetwork account so you guys can download it, play with it, use it as like a template if you're making them one or if you're learning, because it just saves time. You don't have to write 2 XMLs, set a whole bunch of weird junk up that probably won't work because you probably forgot to do something. It's a lot of fun. Alright, so we're going to make 2 folders. We're going to call one textures. Second one we're going to call models, and we're only probably going to have one model in there. But before we get into that, I'm going to go to the old one and I'm going to copy the textures. Now this one is the DDS. This is the image we're going to be putting on there. That's because we're going to be putting it on in GE. Now GE does not take JPEGs and stuff like that. They only take DDSs. But we can have these as JPEGs or whatever we want because we're putting them on in Blender. So let me just hit Control X will cut them. And then I'll go over here and I'll go into tractor sign, go to textures, and hit Control V. And now those images are not in that other folder, they're in this folder now. We didn't make no copy. Alright, so just delete stuff clean, we're going to delete that. Now let's go in the models and we're going to make a text document. Hit Control A and we're going to name this tractor sign dot blend. Okay, now we're going to open this up. Alright, so if you've ever used Blender before or something, or yours comes up as millimeters, you're going to want to change that for Blender or for GE. So go to your side panel and locate this little like cone and magnifying glass thing. It should say something like scene properties. Then once you click on that, go to units. Go to length and we want to change that from millimeters to meters. Go to unit scale and change that to 1.0. Go up here now and change that to 1.0. Okay, so how do you move? With your middle mouse button, you click down and you can move back and forth. Alright, if you want to move anywhere else, you can use this to kind of help you around. To create stuff, you're going to hit Shift A, or you can go up here and go Add and create stuff there. I just prefer using Shift A because it's quicker when you're doing stuff. Let's create a cube. Okay, so, alright, so to zoom in on this, you're going to want to use your scroll wheel, scrolling in, scrolling out. Alright? And meters is very small. It's like micro size when you're making something normal in Blender with meters, and then you import it into GE. So you don't want to use millimeters. Meters is very large, so you want to make it small in Blender, and then when you import it in GE, it's going to be like normal size pretty much. So it doesn't really matter if it's exactly precise to the right size you want it. You can make it, you can edit the size of it to a point if it's a little too big or a little too small or stuff, but it's always better to have it as precise as you can get it. Not too big, not too small, because you can't exactly alter it the best in there. So anyway, if you don't have this tab, these buttons will probably be like right here, and they'll probably be like a little arrow, and you click that arrow and this thing will pop out. But if you can't find that, then you can go down to this little like orange cube, object properties, and here is all the stuff that's right here, a little bit more probably. And you can also change the name of that cube. So we're going to call it the base sign. So now let's kind of, oh, we don't want to rotate, we want to, oh, that's because we're on view, not image or item. Let's make this a little bit wider. Alright, that looks fairly good. Now go over this second side panel, scroll all the way down, go to this little wrench. It should say something like modifier properties, then go up to add modifier, go to bevel. Then we can add amount of angle to it here, which it ain't really allowing me to do that right now. But anyways, we can add the amount, which will make these a little bit sharper and stuff. We can add segments until you think it looks good. Now, it's not added to the cube. You'll have to go up here and click apply or Control A. We just applied that. Now, it looks pretty good, but you may notice that we have like some little like blockiness there. It doesn't look smooth and beveled real good, you know. Right click on that object and go to shade smooth. Now you notice it's smooth. They're gone. Perfect. That's what we were aiming for. Alright, so now we're going to hit Shift A again, and we're going to go up to Mesh again and click on Cylinder. Now we're going to go up to X, and we're going to go 90 degrees, and then we're going to go up to these arrows, click that, and we're going to bring this up. Now we're going to expand this a little bit. Okay, doesn't look too bad. Now let's go over to this and add a bevel, and we'll kind of touch this up a little bit. Control A, and there we go. We got that done. Now let's right click this and shade smooth. There we go, it's shaded smooth. Now let's change this to sign. Now you could go to the shaders tab and make some plain colors. You can even use some of the panels here to give it a little bit of texture, but I already have some textures, so we're going to do those. So go down to this material properties, click on it, and then we're selected on sign, so we're going to go new, and we're going to call this sign texture. Sign texture. Now we're going to go down to base color, and we're going to go image texture. And then we're going to open, and then we're going to look for that. So we want to go out of models, enter, and then here's our texture folder. And I want this to be a circle brushed blue metal texture, so we're going to select that. And when we open it up, that's what it looks like. Now there is light on these edges, but there is no light over here, so that's why it looks darker. We can easily fix that by adding a second light. Probably do that in G, just because I don't know why. I just kind of feel like lots of congestion in the morning. Okay, I kind of feel like it's a little bit easier to work with it sometimes. But anyways, let's go to base sign, and we'll click on this, and we'll name this base sign texture. Now we're going to do the same thing, so we're going to pick a different texture. We want this to be concrete. So it looks pretty good from my point of view, but I don't know, you guys might find it doesn't look the best. So anyways, it's pretty much done unless you want to do some touching up or whatever, or screwing around with the textures, but it's pretty much done. So you will need a i3D exporter for Blender. Where you go to get Giants Editor, you can also get it there. If you guys do want to see how to get that in there, if you can't figure it out, comment down below, and if enough people reply and like it, I might get around to doing that video. But anyway, you're going to hit A and it's going to select everything. Then we're going to go up to File, Export i3D. Now we're going to export the i3D and exported. Now we're going to close this down and hit Save. It did create a textures folder. And we don't want to get rid of this texture folder because it's drawing all the textures from this folder actually. Sometimes it doesn't seem to do that, but it's doing that right now. Anyway, let's open up this i3D. Okay, so we are going to kind of minimize this out of the way a little bit. This was made 100% in Blender. So was this. If you ever get Blender and Giants Editor and stuff, and you try inputting a text like this, let me know how it goes. I can guarantee it will not show up. If you want to know how to do that, it's very simple. I couldn't find any video on how to do it, but I did figure out how to do it. So if you want to see a video on how to do that, put down in the comments and I'll get around to it. I do have some video ideas, so it probably won't be exactly in the present, but it will be around this time, or this year. Alright, let's go up to File, Import. Then we're going to go and look for Models, and then we're going to pick that tractor sign, and we're going to bring it in. Oh, by the way, how do you move around in the game? Your right mouse button, you move like that. You click down on it and then you can move by moving your mouse around. To move like a game, you just right click and then A goes this way, D, S, W. You can also scroll in and out, but it takes a lot of time. Also, if you want to move faster, you just hit the plus on your numpad and now you're going slower. So now you may want to know, or now you may try to rotate this. You can rotate it by this little thing in here and move it around. You can figure out where one of the dumb things are. I don't know where the dumb lines are, but there's these circle lines that are supposed to be there. Anyway, if you don't have those, you can go down to rotate, or you can't find them, but you can go down to rotate and say we want to rotate it on the x-axis. So then we can rotate it like that. If you do something you don't want to do, you can hit Control Z and it'll fix that. If you want to go back, I believe you hit Control Shift Z or something like that, and you should be able to go back. So let's see. If we want to move both of these items at the same time, we're going to go up to Create Transform Group. We're going to select this one and then hit Control and select that one. Then have your mouse over it and then hit the middle mouse button, push down, and then you can move your object and then let off, and they're in the transform group now. Let's go 90 degrees. Perfect. Now, if you are reusing a mod like this, and you have exactly what you want to see, it might actually help you if you use that mod to kind of help size how your mod's going to be. Anything under this will pretty much not show up. It might be a little bit lower, but it should not show up under this grid. Now if you want to know how to get the grid, you right click, and then you go down here, and here's the grid. Boom, just like that. So from what I see, it's going to be pretty big. So we may want to size that down, right? Let's size it down. Now you can size them both down by either doing scale on the transform group, or there's these little cubes in front of the arrows that will let you size both of them down. Sometimes it works quite nicely just to speed up time when you're sizing both of them down at the same time. Sometimes it just makes one look really off, and it just end up making you more time. So there we go. That's a little bit better. So, if I remember right, this this okay, this sign is like the length of how far it will smooth out the land. You can change it, but I'm going to leave it the same because it will just open a mess.
He's live streaming.
Anyway, we're going to open this up, and we're going to find transform. I don't take time to name them because I don't know. I just don't. And hit your delete key. Now you're going to grab this one, press down with your middle mouse button, and drag it up the visual. Alright. Now we're going to bring in our logos. So to do that, we're going to go create, go down here, then we're going to do plane. It'll zero out to the middle of this grid most likely. You're going to pull that out, look for your albedo map, click these three dots, click those three dots, go into, whoops, don't want to go there, go into textures, and then we'll select this. By the way, if you want to see how I block this tractor out, I use GIMP, by the way. Put down in the comments if enough people like your comment and reply. I will make a video of this, or if we get up to 100 likes or something like that, I'll do a video of that. If we get up to 200 likes, I'll do all your requested videos if you guys request a video. Alright, so to be more precise, we're going to go 90, 90, and then we're going to bring that up. We're going to bring that back to this logo, just make sure it's just snaps through. Then we're going to size it up and make it look a little bit better. Looks fairly good to me. So now we're going to hit Control D, and that's going to duplicate it. And then we're going to go to this x-axis, and we're going to put a minus in front of the 9. And that's going to rotate it the completely opposite direction of 90 degrees. Then we're going to bring it through where it just pops through. Boom. Unfortunately, it's upside down, so how do we fix that? Let's see. Alright, so that's negative 90 degrees there. Just equal that up. And there we go. We now have our logos. Now we're going to select that one, Control, and then we're going to push down with our middle mouse button, bring it up to this transform grip, and drag it and drop it. Now, to fix this lighting problem, we can blasted congestion. Get it everyone. It's lovely. Alright, so we could bring this light over. So let's just bring this light over. Alright, let's actually get rid of this light. Let's go over here. We can also get rid of this one camera. And let's go and create a light. Control L, you can also do that. So there we go. That looks a little bit better, doesn't it? Let me see. We will change the direction a little bit. Don't exactly know why it actually made that darker over there. I don't understand why it seems like textures and stuff get kind of screwed up with Blender. Every time I go to export them, or just sometimes right in Blender. I don't know. Oh well, it's fine. We'll leave this light, I guess. We'll see how it looks. Let's bring this into the mod. Alright, so now we need collisions. That keeps it so kind of realistic, because if you hit something in real life, it's going to stop. Unless it's a piece of paper or something, then you're going to go through it. That's going to make it realistic, because if you hit a big block of concrete, it's going to stop you. If you hit a big cylinder of metal, it's going to stop you. So what we're going to do, the easiest and fastest way to do this is, well, first go to this collisions transform group, select the top one, and then go Control Shift, and then select the bottom one. Then hit your delete key. We have no collisions for the older mod now. Now we're going to go to this transform group, expand it. We're going to select this, Control D. We just duplicated that. Now let's bring it down to collisions. And we are going to name it COLL. We're going to give it a rigid body. And then we're going to make it, well, let's not make it non-renderable yet, but we want to size it up just a small bit better than the actual one. Alright, that's good. Now we're going to go to the shape and make it non-renderable. You no longer can see it. Now let's go here and we're going to do the same thing. Drag and drop it into collisions, and then we're going to name it COLL. Then we're going to make it a little bit bigger. Give it a rigid body. Make it non-renderable. And there we go. Those are our collisions now for the mod. Beautiful. Now what we want to work in is making this custom for a mod, the names and stuff. So how do we change these? Well, it's really simple. I have just randomly changed stuff, and I've had issues with it. So far from what I've learned, if you follow exactly how I do it, you won't have a problem. I've never had a problem. So anyway, we're going to change the XML, the mod XML first. We're going to delete this, and we're going to go tractor. Then we're going to copy this part. Then we're going to go into the mod disk. Now this had two different i3ds and two different XMLs for the mods. So we're going to go down to store items, and we're going to delete this one because we don't have two in one. And then we're going to go over to this, and we're just going to highlight it and then hit Control V. Then Control S to save it. And then we're going to go here, and we're going to hit F2, then Control V, and there we go. Now we're going to go into the tractor underscore sign XML. Look for this here. And then we're going to Control V. And then we're going to hit Control S. But first I do want to change this. I'm going to change it to let's just, come on, tractor sign. Control S. Now we're going to open up this XML. There's two processes we're doing here. We want to make sure we definitely save it. By the way, do not delete the shapes before you do this. So we're going to change this real quick. And then we're going to save it. Make sure it's saved. Okay, it's saved. Close it down. Now if you notice, we have an EAV underscore sign dot i3d dot shapes. We now have a tractor one too. Delete this one. This is the old one. Do not delete the shapes one. Before you open it up, do not delete the shape one, this shape one, at all. Because if you do, you're going to open this i3d up, and there's going to be nothing in there. Learn the hard way. But it doesn't mean you guys have to learn the hard way. Anyway, if you want to know where the images for like the mod in the shop is going to be, if we open up this XML, down in images, it's going to say images slash EAV underscore 01.dds. So if we go here, images, and that's the image that's going to be there. So if that helps you, most people don't actually do that. I do it because I don't know, I like to be unique. But anyway, hit Control A, right click, and then go to send to compressed zipped folder. Then you can name it whatever you want. You can, if you're going to upload to Giant's Mod Hub, they tell you that it must begin with fs22 underscore, and then name it. And I did SF. But anyway, I don't do that because I don't upload there. I did try uploading, but I just had problems. It kept telling me that there was no mod folder there, even though I did add a mod folder or a mod. But anyway, you can also go EAV 22 underscore tractor underscore sign. Boom. Now let's open up another file explorer. Let's go to FS mods, fs22 mods, test. We'll delete this one because we don't need it, and we'll drag and drop this one in there. Okay, I will see you guys when we open fs22 up. Okay guys, so we loaded into the game. So what we're going to do is go P, and apparently they moved this. I don't play fs22 much right now. But anyway, you hit space and it takes you into build mode. Now we have it as set for sheds, so if you scroll all the way down here, here it is. We never changed the pictures, but okay, there we go. That, yeah, we might want to get rid of that light. That's what that light does. But anyway, let's place it down. Oh, we don't want to place it down. Placing item. Alright. Sorry it's so kind of picking slow. I don't know why it's being so slow today. But here it is. The light kind of does give it a little bit extra shine to it, and I wish this thing would stop glitching up on me. But anyway, this is what it looks like. I don't know why it darkens the color of it. I don't understand that. But anyway, let's jump into a vehicle. Start it up. And let's get it moving. And hit it. So if you hit it, there we go. That's what a collision does. Beautiful, right? And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe. if you did find this video helpful, please do so. If you want to also become a have a chance to become a recording crew member, go down to the pinned comment in the comments. Any of that stuff, you want to see a certain video or something, or you have any ideas that will improve the content or anything like that, or anything that will help go on modding, put it down in the comments. I will be checking for comments and all that good junk. Yeah, if you made it this far into the video, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. You're a true member of EthanA Videos community. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, till then, stay safe, respect the modders. Bye.